Joe is joining us from Coruscant today.
Yes.
Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
Fine. God. I hate it here.
And this is Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 4, Episode 12 and 13, the two-parter that finishes the three-parter since we didn't watch it all together. This is Slaves of the Republic starting it. As of last episode, I believe Obi Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka are undercover on a planet with slaves. They're trying to kind of get to the bottom of it because Ahsoka's entire people got abducted.
Yeah.
And there's the dickhead asshole fucking cat bat. Dude?
Bat.
Yeah.
Bat?
I
Cat.
think he's a bat.
Cat.
He looks like a bat.
I don't
It's
know.
like a fusion of a bat and a bobcat.
Let's find out.
He's a bobbat.
Let's see what's happening though, because they're currently undercover, and the episode called Slaves of the Republic, so we're gonna find out maybe the Republic has slaves in 3, 2, 1.
It looks like Zygeria is a popular place these days.
What the fuck is Obi Wan wearing?
Sapling is attracting plenty of high-class.
Called Drip, okay?
Oh, and they commandeered the ship that the guy had. Love that.
Pretty cool ship. Looks like a frog. Right? You guys see the frog?
Kind of.
Oh no.
I'll keep her occupied while you locate the missing people of Kiros.
How do you
Gonna flirt with the queen.
Well,
He's good at charming royalty.
with my magnetic charm, of course.
Shouldn't Obi-Wan be doing that?
Where do they go?
He does have
A streak.
and more refined for the yeah.
Remind me
Oh.
why I'm the one playing the part of the slave?
I tried it once. I wasn't any good at it. Besides, the role of master comes easily to me.
But we do not grant you the title of master.
Before the Hutts bought my mother, she was sold in a market just like this.
Oh wow. It's a rather dark episode.
Tell it to my whip.
You don't want to do that.
Oh, Ahsoka.
Excuse my slave. Friend. She is freshly caught.
What have we here? You wear Sargerian armor, but you're not one of us.
I've come for an audience with the queen.
Then you have an invitation.
No invitation, but I do bring news.
You're nothing more than a brigand.
I wouldn't say that. Especially when the queen learns you prevented her from hearing the news about Bruno Denturi.
Cease all hostilities. This man is to be escorted to the palace by order of the queen.
Look at this.
Cody and Obi Wan.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were going to Zandalar.
Pretty much.
Make certain all preparations are complete for this evening. You are the man who claims to be acquainted with Bruno Denturi?
When I spoke with him, he failed to describe your beauty.
Game.
Really? And did Bruno speak of my intense hatred of him?
He needed not speak of it, Your Majesty. In fact, Bruno Denturi will not be speaking. Bruno Denturi is dead, by my hand. Here is a slave from his palace. Compensation for my efforts.
Unhand me, brigand!
You must be quite the warrior. Bruno always knew how to choose a beautiful female.
Don't you dare touch me.
How can I price the beauty of this slave when I look upon the magnificence of your highness, whose beauty would make the brightest stars seem dull by comparison?
Fitting game. Jealousy.
He doesn't trust him. What is that? Is
Blizzard.
that the one from...
Maybe. Third movie. Huts.
Governor Roshti? No. Oh, no. Oh, Governor,
no.
I'm a friend, a Jedi, here to help.
Oh, Obi-Wan's getting bold.
Sir, did you find out where the others are?
Not yet.
You there! What are you doing with that slave?
I guess being a governor means
Being robbed.
Obi-Wan's willing to jump into action for a governor.
Ooh.
The weak deserve nothing more than to kneel before the strong, bound to our service. I will need men with your talents to spread our ways across the galaxy.
Stopped an assassination attempt.
Oh geez, no.
Is he gonna use the force?
Wait! Stop!
No.
You are proving quite resourceful. Very well. I will pay your price for this slave girl.
She is my gift to you, Your Highness.
I wish you to be my guest at the slave auction, and to sit at my side.
Woo!
Anakin's having all the fun on this trip, huh?
Yep.
I know you from the hologram. I never forget a Jedi.
They gonna auction him?
No less than 50,000 beings! Note the compliance! Virtually untrained in combat. There will be no rebellion from these slaves.
Wow.
So, where do you keep 50,000 slaves like the people of Kyros?
All will be revealed in time. I would welcome a most special guest. Obi Wan Kenobi. Jedi Knight. Every Jedi has become a slave to the Republic.
There's your slaves of the Republic.
Teach the Jedi his place.
Whip.
Looks like I have to rescue you again, old man.
I knew you'd have a backup plan.
You leave me no choice, Highness.
I was supposed to be like, it's a callback to episode 6. R2 always had the plans for that in his head.
Ooh, nice, bro.
Your Majesty, I'm in the room with you.
Woo!
Jesus.
Ooh, the pivot though. The collar.
Probably should have thought that through.
Ooh. Anakin though. Oh no. Use the force, buddy. Use the force.
Such determination.
Get angry.
Don't let him be a slave again. Yikes. We thought there was hope.
Oh, owls. Damn, I want to plushie one of those.
You destroyed my auction and frightened
His
my
bedroom.
customers.
In the bedroom, wow.
Count Dooku and half my kingdom are demanding your
Wow.
You should have listened to them. My friends. Where are they?
Is that the first time we've seen him do that?
No, he did it. Remember when he was
A most
interrogating?
curious Jedi who cares more about his friends than his own mission.
I will not serve you.
Your heart is not in your words. You will stand beside me. A testament to my power. Here.
Wow. Wow.
The Queen has promised once the other Jedi is tamed, you will be mine, little scug.
So can't you just use the force to make him fall? I was hoping that would happen. Oh my god.
That was fire. I'm sorry, what?
Now that I have your attention, Jedi, be aware that it will not be you who suffers should you defy me.
He knew exactly how to get his attention.
If a Jedi as noble as you gave his word, I think you might keep it.
I don't trust you.
Have I been anything but honest? I have no reason to lie. I am who I am. It is you who are the complicated one. Now, Master Skywalker, the future of your friends lays in your hands.
It's like weird because like she's obviously a slaver queen and everything, but like there's no air of cruelty to her.
Yeah, well, that's why she was like, she's just is who she is.
She just thinks it's the way it is. I feel like they made a terrible tactical decision putting him with a bunch of oppressed people.
Speech is forbidden.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
There will be punishment.
No, stop. It's my mistake. Leave him alone.
Our slave gives me commands.
Wow.
Please, forgive me, Master.
Wow.
Keep away from me. Jedi only make things worse.
Wow. Oh, Count Dooku's coming to visit.
Long have Sith empires been built upon the backs of slaves. To carry on this tradition, we will require millions.
In a million
If
slaves.
she fails to see the error of her ways, end her rule.
I want you to notice, have you noticed the voice actor is the voice actor who does the Emperor and everything?
Yeah.
It changed over from somebody else.
I didn't even notice.
I kind of did.
He's got a more iconic voice.
Sandala!
Archie's like, I'm still here, dude.
Count Dooku is on his way here. So even you have a master.
Dooku is not my
He
master.
hates that.
Can I trust you not to run away?
I don't run away from anything, Your Highness.
Archie's like, you need some saving. Don't worry, I got you.
R2, jump to now.
Get down there and find that Jedi.
Yes, sir.
Woo!
Jesus. Good thing you landed on a fruit stall.
I wasn't expecting you, Count. Not without an invitation.
But I was invited by your faithful advisor. He's concerned over how attached you've become to Skywalker.
The gnawing fear that he will never be able to take action will grow in Kenobi's heart. To ease the burden of his fellow slaves, defiance will become compliance.
They're breaking Obi Wan.
If such Jedi as Skywalker and Kenobi can fall, how many others will follow? Invincible.
Only my goal is not the enslavement of the Jedi Order, but its extermination. I've come to supervise their execution, perform it if necessary.
She's my pets though.
She doesn't like being told what to do.
That too, but she's also attached.
Archie's like, hello. Yeah, what are other logistics of putting those cages there?
You have to have the Force. Otherwise you're stuck.
Your compliance is not optional. I command you to kill Skywalker.
I will not be ordered about in my own palace, Count.
If you won't do my bidding, perhaps your Prime Minister will.
You're not fit to be queen any longer.
I'll make you both pay for this treachery.
Not a good idea. Oh. Dark themes.
Punishment for a slave who disobeys her master.
Oh.
One more step, and I will end her life.
Why would you think I care about this slaver scum?
Indeed.
Oh, okay, Anakin.
Distance weapon, Anakin, move away.
I hate that he always defaults to the lightning.
Well, it's what beats Jedi.
He's just such a good duelist.
He's the best duelist, actually.
The Queen! She was murdered by the Jedi.
He needs to know where Obi Wan is. Makes sense, makes sense, okay.
Well, plus he can leverage her to change her ways.
No escape for any of us.
Where is Obi Wan? Tell me.
I am a slave, just as you are.
Someone wishes to speak with you. Obi Wan Kenobi. In chains once again, I see. I wanted to say a proper farewell before Keeper Argos puts you to death.
Come on, Anakin, hurry up.
The slave ship Dakar is making an unscheduled landing on platform 2-4.
Skywalker.
Isn't the Queen on there?
Yeah, she's dead, I think.
She is now.
How dare they?
I'm
glad to see you, but I'm afraid our host feels otherwise.
Oh, you can't make everyone happy, Master.
They're threatening to kill the slaves unless you surrender. This is a fight you cannot win alone.
Who said I was alone?
Woo!
I brought the Republic fleet, because fuck them.
Plo Koon! Yeah! Dave Filoni's favorite character.
Wolf leader to wolf pack. Accelerate to attack speed.
Wolfpack?
Yes, his group's name.
That's fire.
Rex, now!
About time.
Woo!
Nap time.
That was sweet.
Plo Koon is fucking sick. How did they not shoot these down first? They're literally sitting there on a landing pad. First order of operation is shoot ships that are not taken off yet.
All 7 cut the engine.
Oh, Plo Koon? Come on, buddy. That was sick.
No! The walls, they're electrified.
Oh, wow. Literally dropped slaves and then destroyed the panel. Contract's hitting too right now.
Yeah.
A lot of, yeah, it's getting really tense. Like someone's gonna fucking die.
Ooh. Ooh.
We're all clear, Master Plo. Bring the cruiser down to the landing pad.
We need to have the cruiser move
Yeah,
in
underneath.
the facility. We can escape onto the ship if Admiral Coburn can get in close enough.
You heard Commander Tano. I want the men topside
Fucking,
with rocket
is
packs
that
and
Wolf?
cable guns. Move it!
Yes, sir. I know a Jedi won't kill an unarmed man.
He will.
I'm no Jedi.
Yeah! That's what we want. We wanted that. That's why we have clones.
That's crazy. He's like, hold up, I'm gonna slide it in really nice. Look, I got a little scrape.
Oh, jetpack troopers? Woo!
Dude, sick.
This has to be one of the cooler fucking scenes. I feel like there's definitely more people in there.
No, they saved everybody. Star Wars, they did it. This is like grandiose right now.
That was sick.
Wow, that coloration, everything. That right there is awesome.
There's a screensaver right there.
Wallpaper.
Without her creativity, I don't think we would have gotten your people to safety.
Indeed. Padawan Tano, might I have a word in private? You have done a great deed for your people today.
You're sad.
Well, you and the Jedi have done your best, but I do not think our people will recover from this horror anytime soon.
I understand, but in the end, surviving this will only strengthen the people.
Yay. This little self-contained three-parter involving the slaves that are being auctioned and the disappearance of Ahsoka's people. Now, as we see, this holds a lot of trauma for both Ahsoka and Anakin, because Ahsoka's people and Anakin is a slave.
Yep.
And the way they deal through this is, you know, they go in undercover and then they're ruined, and then, you know, it's pretty obvious to the slave master that Anakin was once a slave just based on his demeanor while being a slave. And we see just through his, you know, his actions and whatnot that he really, you know, he was good at playing the part of flirt with the slave master and get the role of the queen, the Zygerian queen. And, you know, it's interesting to see, you know, we always hear about slavers and Star Wars, and this is, you know, one of the bigger, if not the biggest groups of slavers.
Yeah, I also found it interesting how once again we have a sub-faction leader get convinced by the separatists of like, join us, we'll give you more power and you'll be happy and it's all great. And then the separatists move in and they're like, nah, fuck you.
Well, I mean, you saw what Palpatine said. He's like, we need millions of slaves.
Bend to my will or get the fuck out of the way.
Kill the
she
Jedi,
died
yeah.
for it.
And I mean, it makes sense because technically what the slavers were doing was trying to control the Jedi, and they were kind of being successful up until, you know, basically Dooku showed up and kind of did what he did, giving him a chance to get out. But, like, you know, Obi Wan was fully controlled by what was going on, and if they found a way to break the Jedi maybe through years of doing this, then maybe, you know, especially with the collars, they could have, you know, a more advanced version of the collar that the Jedi just can't take off whenever they want, as you saw. You know, maybe they would be able to take over the galaxy and do pretty good into the galaxy. But, you know, I think the one threat that the Sith sees, you know, they want to destroy the Jedi, but just having the Jedi be mercenary slave warriors is enough of a threat for the Sith to be like, we can't allow that.
Yeah, well, it's also against his master's wishes.
Well, yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
And we saw a reference in this to the movie episode 2 where Obi Wan and Dooku were talking, and Dooku's like, "Last time I saw you, you were in chains," which I think goes to show that Dooku, last time he saw Obi Wan was when he was on Geonosis as a prisoner when he was like spying.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was a reference to that. Besides that, though, we see in this last episode, a nice rescue mission. You start off with the Republic arriving. It was pretty sick seeing the fleet come in. It was a very grandiose moment with the music, all that swelling
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
The music is just getting there, and I mean, as we move into what becomes, we have a one-parter, two arcs after this to end the season. We're moving into what it was the final season of Clone Wars before they released 2 more as as additional content. And it's pretty interesting to go into this next season as we finish 4, because technically, like I said, it was the last season, then they had a couple year breaks and came out with a couple more seasons. Like 6 was like the lost episodes and 7 was the whole thing.
Okay. Well, I liked it, but I didn't love it because I feel like they didn't wrap up the whole story.
In terms of
the slave world doing the slave
they killed the queen. The queen was trying to rebuild her empire, and they killed the queen.
Yeah, but instead she was replaced with someone worse.
I think the big wrapping up was that the Sith took over the slave world. So the Sith are, that's why.
Yes,
they're separatists now.
They're separatists, and the slave Dooku instilled the minister who was his choice.
His puppet.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't love that. I guess.
I feel like you're supposed to infer from Palpatine saying we need millions of slaves that they. And Dooku showing up and having the minister under his control was, minister takes over the slave empire, and by proxy the Sith own it, and the Sith use that to channel, control the slaves and make their own slaves.
Yeah.
Without being.
Someone needs to build that damn Death Star.
You're right. I'm very interested though.
That's
That's what they need the slaves for.
Very excited to move into the end of this season because. As you know, the season's been pretty interesting in terms of arcs. We had a pretty good arc, especially the last one we came off with.
Definitely came in hot.
Sure.
I hope we go back to that.
This
was solid.
I would say, without spoiling anything, as we move into the final arcs, it starts to build towards movie. Is the third movie, because these are supposed to take place between 2 and 3. So ultimately, we're building in towards the third movie. We're seeing why Anakin does ultimately fall beyond just what we see in the movies. George Lucas came and used this as a way to expand on the Clone Wars and Anakin's fall, as well as Obi-Wan's, almost rise to being, better than Anakin in that one duel. Like how he gets their time together.
Sure.
What happens to Ahsoka? Because as we know, as people who've watched
that's really what I'm most interested about.
What happened to Ahsoka is one of the interesting things, because there's this whole gap between Clone Wars into the Ahsoka show and in the Mandalorian show, even that you both have watched on your own, and Ahsoka we've seen, where we see Ahsoka does survive and becomes like this almost like white lightsabers and
neutral force entity.
Who we see talks with Luke Skywalker and other things like that.
Spoilers.
Sorry, if you haven't seen that. I mean, you've probably seen that if you're watching Clone Wars at this point.
Probably.
But I don't have anything else to add. Thank you for joining us. We're the review crew. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
If you enjoy our Clone Wars, make sure you check out our other content from Star Wars, including right now The Acolyte, which was airing while we were recording this. If you haven't watched The Acolyte, it got pretty good. We're on episodes 7 and 8 are going to be coming up. 7 this week.
Yeah, 7 is this week.
And we're learning a lot of stuff. So it's pretty cool to see some, pre-Republic, High Republic era stuff as we expand on the current Republic. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Toodaloo.